What's good, what's great, and who's next? I'll tell you who's next. Brandon Buckingham, Sneako, and Most Critical.
How did we get to this point?
Again, who else? But before we get into any other content, please like, subscribe the video.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Most Critical and Brandon Buckingham are like the kids at school that figure out a way to incorporate a sports jacket into their outfit, while Sneako is like the kid at school that acts really crazy, but his mom actually works at the school.
If you would just get up and teach them instead of handing them a freaking packet, yo. There's kids in here who don't learn like that. They need to learn face to face.
This beef is so stupid, it makes it look like Jake Paul is actually boxing. Most Critical is mad at Sneako for sharing his sexual experience.
Completely okay with it, like, and
you were too?
I'm like here. I'm like trying.
But you kept stroking though, right?
I stopped. Like,
Okay.
I'm like, I can't. This is logistically, this is not gonna work. And so then, yeah. And then she asked me like, I don't remember.
Crawled from behind you.
He crawled from like underneath. Like he like slid in like that.
I don't respect him.
While Brandon Buckingham is mad at Sneako for telling him to get off his
Dick.
Yeah, because I thought it was like you just completely don't.
No part of you really thought no part of you saw the funny in that.
while basically challenge him to a friendly sparring match.
Sneako, come fight me, you fucking pussy!
And these old clips just keep resurfacing like a Chris Brown night. It's ridiculous. I have two things to add to this whole entire situation. Brandon Buckingham wants to fight Sneako and sue him at the same time for a defamation of character. That's like throwing a rock and hiding a lawyer. And then he does these weird little comeback videos where he's cutting his hair, he's rock skipping. I mean, every single thing that he does screams, "Notice me, please, notice me." And two, Most Critical enjoys Sneako just like Brandon Buckingham. I feel like in some way, shape, or form, Most Critical wants to be nominated to the Red Pill community, but just by mistake. It's like I feel like one day he's dying to just wake up and to see his comment section say that, you know, Sneako's been nominated out of the Red Pill community and he's been put in place.
No, actually, my mom thinks I'm handsome, and so does my girlfriend, so you're wrong, factually wrong.
But I can't lie, Sneako's creativity kit is weird and he has no control over it. I don't think that he cares. You know, he's canceled in the first place, and at the end of the day, he's just going to use any community to kind of help him, you know, establish whatever he needs to establish.
It seems like he was a big fan for a long time. He made a long video about me. He's a little bit obsessed. I have no problem with him because I think that we have the same ideologies.
To keep his name in any type of tabloid, as it has been lately, especially with all of the controversy that's been happening between Most Critical, Cobb and Preach, and just everything all in all with you know, academics and the thing that he did on Fresh Fit.
I'm happy, nigga. You want happy?
Nigga, my boy fucked you the Airbnb that I rented, nigga. That I paid, nigga. That I paid the whole money. Don't come over here talking that shit. All that cap.
Him commented on the movie Cuties.
Okay, if I ever wanted to get canceled, this is the video. I saw Cuties last night and it was pretty good.
It's just like anything that you put Sneako in front of, like I said prior before, he's like a lint roller and he's just gonna take all of that up and he's just gonna, you know, hold it for you.
Cuties is clickbait. This was a pretty good movie and everybody replying like, I'm unfollowing you. This is the limit, Sneako. This is the limit. I can guarantee you, none of you saw the fucking movie, dummies.
Everybody, you know, wants a lot of things off their jacket, but Sneako is the type of individual that he doesn't care who's around, what camera's on. He's gonna say exactly how he feels. I feel like he lost the sight of the mission a little bit, but I think that just happens with the best of them. I think that over time, and you know, his circle gets a little bit tighter.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We're really good.
Yeah, you're really good. I got a bigger dick than you, man. Yo, shut the fuck up with your masculine ass voice and read the chats, yo. Get the fuck up out of here.
He grows a little bit older, reminisces on his past mistakes, eventually will, you know, figure out a way to kind of lead his camp or lead his ideologists in a way to kind of not be so trollish.
Welcome to the show. Thanks for the free clout.
I feel like Sneako is probably one of the only 20% of YouTubers out of the whole entire 100% that's actually, you know, doing something.
You ever feel like you know what you want to do? You have very specific goals in mind. You want nothing but to achieve them, but it's just hard.
Not even the community of just YouTube, but at this point, just content at this point, because now no longer YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, or anything connected with somebody that's, tied to that commercial agenda is accepting his type of content.
And I know you guys might be out there thinking, don't celebrate someone else getting banned. This guy literally wanted people to think I threatened to R-word a woman.
And he said, I'm gonna R-word your girlfriend, bro.
That's crazy. How could I not be overjoyed that he got taken down? Less than 72 hours. Less than 72 hours after my video was posted. He's gone.
Then on the other hand, Brandon Buckingham immediately jumps into the fight because I believe that he wants his bot base so bad, when he's basically saying that he has no subscribers and these things, which is obviously false, because on Rumble alone he has 200,000 fans, and I believe Andrew Tate, which is the most Googled guy on the planet, has about close to 400,000. So he has half the subscriber base of the most Googled man on the planet, of a platform that barely anybody knows about. So I wouldn't say that he doesn't have a fan base. Sometimes people get in beef so much that they just completely cancel out the worth and the reason why they're even beefing with the person in the first place.
Despite the fact that I have nearly 300,000 subscribers and he has 0.
It's all for clout, isn't it? Why would you be beefing with somebody that has 0 subscribers? I highly doubt it. No, I can't lie. The Mags versus Clips joke is hilarious. I think that Sneako was just so enraged. He came to the point where he just wanted to let him know that he's a quote unquote bad boy.
You asked for this! Chad, I'm out of ammo. I gotta find another clip.
It's called a magazine.
And then, Most Critical came back and, he basically said, hey,
What you have there is not clips. These are mags.
Just for FYI, these aren't clips. These are mags, magazines. And to be honest, I mean, we all know that in the hip hop culture, which I hope that's the reason why he said it.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips.
Is that's something that they subscribe to in hip hop culture. They call it clips in hip hop, but of course the more proper term is magazines. But I mean, I don't think that he was trying to be proper when he's on the internet.
I went to his club, right? And they had no baggy pants and no sneakers. That was wild. I didn't know what to think about that. I took some of this from an African piece. In the African piece, it was like this, but in hip hop, it's like this. See, there's a difference.
But I mean, hey, if that's a joke, it is funny. I mean, I just like how the edits kind of went with that, but outside of it, it's really not that much of a joke. It's just slang. Sneako's response on the live stream with Aiden Ross was like when you allow the woke person at the table to say grace. It was too much, but not enough.
And second of all, if we're gonna talk about dildos, if we're gonna talk about sucking dick, that dude actively still does that. There's so many. He just dropped a music video of upside down crosses, promoting Antichrist with dildos throwing at each other's face, promoting drugs, promoting all the degeneracy.
That's right, you're not part of the family.
Sometimes I wish that Sneako would just digress and just admit that his age reflects his immaturity at times, and that he makes mistakes when he's rambling because he's hyped up by his chat, and he just says things off the rant. It seems like sometimes he'll say things from a rant or in a childish manner, and he'll defend it. And I think that's the reason why it's so easy to kind of tear him down, because he'll say something crazy and then kind of be like, hey, you don't think like that? You don't think like that? No, not everybody thinks like that.
I like this movie because it's extremely provocative, but it's realistic.
But I mean, at the end of the day, he is standing for things that is more moral based than a lot of people that are on the live stream right now. A lot of them just look like they just want to gather attention, and they do anything on live stream to kind of just bait people in and just becoming a fan just for them doing crazy things on live. But Sneako actually tries to encourage his fan base, figure out ways to make money.
Scripting, writing, live streaming, being comfortable talking in public, vlogging. That's what I want to teach you on this course, and I know there's valuable information in there. Let's get this bread, bro.
He has a creativity course on wap.com that is actually doing pretty well for him, where he has a certain tier kind of class where there's people that don't have subscriptions that basically can still chill in the community and troll with each other. But then he has a more upper tier class where you know, a lot of people are networking, they do network calls, and, you know, they figure out ways to kind of blow people up, or a lot of advertisement, you know, video editors and graphic designers, of course, YouTube creators. You know, it's just like that niche for that specific community. Because I believe that's what Sneako is into himself. I believe that Sneako is an editor as well as a YouTuber, as well as an advertiser in some way, shape, or form. He's been able to survive this long.
Nowadays, if you feel a way, you can act anyway. Fears and ideas successful people use to separate you from them.
So he has some strategy in figuring out how to keep his name relevant by, you know, creating content in controversial topics. If you're anywhere between 16 to maybe 26, it's probably a good platform for you to go and navigate and network with people that are, you know, like-minded and just trying to figure out ways to learn TikTok, the Instagram, and the Facebook algorithms. It seems like Sneako just had an attack in the middle of the night by the Matrix, and, you know, the internet just made a whole bunch of videos about him. You know, I kind of have a conspiracy that it's probably because Andrew Tate is released and they just want to make sure that he has a good welcome home by trying to, you know, tear down his weakest link. So come on, we really can't act like Sneako didn't bring us together with Nick Fuentes and Kanye West for the most epic media run of all time. Come on, we're hating on the boy. We really gotta like look at it and from a perspective and really admit to ourselves that a lot of the reasons why people hate Sneako and Andrew Tate is because the things that they represent, a lot of people are afraid to represent.
Stop! I could have dropped my croissant!
It's not because their ideas are killing people or destroying nations or killing communities. It's just because they're free thinkers. Right now, that's where the generation is going. The generation wants to think, they want to be provoked, and they want challenges that go beyond basic beliefs. So who really wins at the end of the day? The guy that gets canceled that everybody talks about? Because I know for sure that a lot of people that get canceled don't even get a light of the day. And whenever they try to make another run for it, they just fall flat and end up getting almost 75% less of what they originally got.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
So, you know, we got to give some credit to where credit is due. I do believe that Brandon Buckingham is talented. I think that he should, you know, morally take his stuff more like in a more movie sense. I think that he's, you know, a great character, but I think that him taking his time out to kind of go at Sneako takes away his whole entire mission. As you can see in some of the videos, I believe he's, you know, even had to be admitted to the hospital for something connected to his psyche. So, you know, I think that he should really focus on, you know, his great personality as well as Most Critical. You know, I don't really know anything that Most Critical does that's you know, too passionate that I can call of, but, you know, hey, how's those mags? But hey, let me know who's next, and please, you know, we got super thanks. There's some monthly subscriptions. I believe that, you know, anything can help me edit faster. I'm definitely trying to edit faster. Any money can help me edit faster. Why? Because I need to get more content out. There's a lot of things that I actually want to do, but I can't do. Why? Because I have to edit, and I'm editing as fast as I can. But more money, more donations, more support, more subscribers, more likes, and we can figure out a way to build a whole community. Probably even better than Mr. Beast, right? I could probably be like the black Mr. Beast. I could be like Mr. Monster. I don't know. But let me know who's next.